Hey. So, good morning, everybody. ¿Cómo allez-vous? How are you? Let me remind you that trading Forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. So, always stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. My name is Wayne McDonell. I'm the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. Please open a demo account today and give us a test. Take a look at our back office. It's nice, it's quick, easy. Test our execution speed on MT4. I think you'll be blown away. Witness. Can I get a witness? Witness. Very competitive spreads. I do these sessions 7:30 in the morning New York time so that you become a success. I'm sort of like a free mentor, but it's not free. What I'm asking for is your respect and your loyalty. And one way of showing that is using TradersWay as your primary broker as you develop and create your successful Forex trading business. How does that sound? It's pretty reasonable, I think. A real deal, the prime rib Forex trading. Cool. So good to see everybody. You're looking good. The new year treating you well. Well, we got the volatility that you were praying for, huh? Please become volatile. Pigster? Pigorama? Sure. Okay, let's take a look. Here's our trade plan from yesterday. How does that look? These are hourly, so right up in here. I think we were here yesterday. Do, 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 do. 618 to 1382, kinda. I mean, it's not perfect, but you get the idea, right? Down, up, and down. And so, for example, if you called this a 618, I know it's not, but it's not a 786. I mean, I guess it kind of is a 786. But if it was a 618, it would predict a 1382. Yeah, well, for those citing things like good PMI reports, like Dr. Dre, have you noticed that there's some lots and lots of logical reasons for things happening? And yet we just very casually talked about these things 2 and 3 months ago. And for not the same reasons you're hearing on TV. Oh, it's that PMI. Oh, did you read the Fed meeting minutes? Oh my gosh. So the dollar's weak today. Why? Because of the meeting minutes? So since yesterday we set this up, it fell from 145 to 142 and a half. So let's just say 143. It's down 200 pips. And from that move, okay, it's a 50%. And this is when I said it would start to fall. So we were above 148, down tickling 142 and change. I mean, that's 500 or 600 pips since I said it was going to fall in that FX Street interview. Had nothing to do with everything you hear now, right? Now, I believe the dollar is weak because China is trying to manipulate their currency. They're trying to strengthen the yuan, the People's Bank of China. So how do they do that? How do you strengthen a domestic currency? What's the mechanism for actually doing it? You buy it, but do you buy it domestically with reserves? So, yeah. So they take US dollars, they take them from their bank, and they put them in the global market. And then they take back Chinese yuan. Demand for Chinese yuan goes up, and the value increases. And the supply of US dollars on the open market goes up, and therefore its value falls. So, anyways, also remember the other message we talked about after the election? Do you remember me talking about that? All these, everyone, let's say the market, is just completely overreacting, right? Oh, the stimulus, the stimulus, the stimulus is coming. The stimulus is coming, right? You guys remember that? And we very casually and calmly discussed it. All right. So when does he even become president of the United States? So well, later this month. And then what? They have to have a plan. And then they have to draft a bill. And then they have to debate it in the House and the Senate. Good luck with that. And then what? Then that bill has to be put into law. And then what? Well, then you actually have to like get some shovels and some pickaxes, some buckets and money and start doing stuff. And maybe eventually that trickles down into the real economy, right? Well, that doesn't sound like February to me, does it? Does it to you? You know? So, yeah, I think there's a lot of dum-dums that have just totally freaked out. So there's going to be a pullback. Sure. Here's the kitty cat. Did we do this yesterday? No, 4 hours. Yeah. Or did we? Seems to me I'm pointing at 133. Looks like it went to 132.50. Yep, oil did go up, but anyways, so this is good for CAD. On a smaller time frame, that's what we're doing. Should you be a bull? As long as you're below this, you should remain a bear. We did hit our target early in the week, and you should be cautious. Okay, but it's Wednesday, and here we are Thursday, so I don't know. Just be careful, right? But again, if you're lower, if this makes a turn, and it looks like it is, then that's going to be lower than this high, and that gives you permission to stay a bear. Now it may just come down, hit this, and do an inverse head and shoulders on you, but you wouldn't lose much money, likely even none. Okay, no swing trade, no nothing on this today. This one's tricky, huh? I can see where a bull would buy it, and I can see where a bear would sell it. Okay. This is like if you're an Elliott wave guy, that's your three-wave correction. Can't quite fit that in there properly. Okay. Okay. So the reason you might be having trouble on the yens right now, because they are going down, right? And you did know before they were going down that they were going to go down. Sure, Freddie boy. Just less and less. But sure. So the yens, I think, undoubtedly have strengthened. But see, no, but not everybody's on the clue train. In fact, most people are not on the clue train yet, right? So what do they keep doing with the yen pairs as the yen pairs fall? But doesn't it feel more and more like I'm right? And that buying those dips is just the wrong side of the trade. And so what happens is it spikes up, if you're doing pound yen, for example, it goes up 130 pips and then just turns right around and heads back down again, right? Mark says, "Hey, I see much more downside." Well, in November and December, when the yen pairs are going up, and everyone was jumping on the yen pairs, which was the correct thing to be doing, I said, "Well, in January, it should fall at least to the third week of January, right?" I don't know what that price is. It's not my call, but I think the fundamentals, the financial fundamentals, not the economic fundamentals, the financial fundamentals would lead me to believe that it could keep falling till, essentially the end of the month, right? I just can't tell you what price that would be. I can't influence that. Last year, it fell a lot farther than I thought, but I told you the same thing that year too. Oh, you saw it? Good, right on. Yeah, just casually, huh? Just like, let me explain what's going to happen. It's it's not economic fundamentals, but financial fundamentals. I bet you've never heard that before. Anywhere on any interview on television or any book that you read. So that's cool. So, anyways, when the US dollar falls, the price of oil goes up because $1 buys less oil and oil is priced in dollars. Yeah, Kareem says there's definitely seasonality, and there's no doubt. My bigger aspect or question or thought process is why? That's all. Wow. And of course, I'm a businessman, right? I've always been a businessman. So I bring that filter, or as Harvard calls it, a lens. I I, I analyze the market through the lens of a business person. I think I think of opportunities and costs and flows. I'm going to believe the market is worried about taxes. Now, maybe they're not, but that's still the filter that I look through. And I'm going to see what I want to see. We all have that. It's called confirmation bias. Friedrich Nietzsche said that perception creates reality. Now you can fight that and pretend that you don't, or you can embrace it and just make sure you see as many realities as possible, right? How many of you have turned 45 and now have at least 6 pairs of reading glasses? One by your bed, one in the car, two missing, one on the end of your nose. Well, what if each one was a different point of view for the market? Guess I'm not alone. Boo, 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 boo. No, all right. So, anyways, so there's your WTI. Um, there's been some problems in Nigeria, and they haven't met their quota. So they're not pumping as much oil as they should be, not even close, apparently. Now, I believe they went out and they've been battling the people they've been battling forever, and now they're winning or won or something like that. But that doesn't explain why you'd produce less oil. So, anyways, OPEC negotiated oil cuts, and they got an oil cut. The only thing is that wasn't supposed to be part of the cut, so it's kind of strange. But I suppose it doesn't matter. So oil goes up a little bit. I think this has a lot to do with the US dollar. Once again, look at these pivots and confirm with your subconscious, which is almost a separate entity, right? The ego, the superego, and the id. So you got to teach each one as individual children. You say, hey, subconscious, look at this. The market hit the red zone, dropped all the way to the green zone in an unbelievable fashion. And then it bounced at the green zone and went back up. There's no doubt, subconscious, that institutional investors and traders use weekly pivot points. And therefore, you should do. No, I haven't, Mark. Interesting. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. Again, I don't think there's an economic reason yet for this to go higher. Now, it's been going up long enough that I got to be careful, right? Maybe I don't short this until we're below the gray zone. I'm going to need some sort of kill switch, right? Let's pretend that's a double top. Therefore, it'll either triple top or lower high, then drop to this level, right? and then I sell the next rally. I hope that someone gets my message in a bottle. Does that sound good? That's the conservative thing to do, right? Remember, you don't have to outsmart the market. Let the market do the heavy lifting for you. You just say, all right, market, if you want me to sell this, here's what I'm going to have to ask from you. I think you need to bring this down, make a lower high, drop back below 53, and then from there I'll sell rallies. Thank you. Over and out. Does that seem reasonable? And I still have to buy my cigars, man. All right. I guess I. Let us let us do yens. I feel like doing yens. Let's do some yens. Richard wants to know if we're safe dealing with TW. How would you expect me to answer that? Here's what I've always said about brokers. Always, going back 1,000 years. You need to do your own due diligence. And the reason for that is you need to feel confident, right? You need to feel safe. You need to feel confident. You need to honestly believe that when you pull the trigger, your trade is going to be executed, that they're not messing around with spreads. Do you remember when FXCM sent out an email saying that they're now going to slip for their clients, not just against their clients? I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. I'm like, yeah, that's a neat policy. You need to feel confident that if there's a financial crisis, a black swan event like the Swiss National Bank, for example, lying to everybody, that you're not like some of the big brokers that went out of business. And they're like, whoa, 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 you told me you were a non dealing desk. Then why did you go out of business? Well, we were holding all your trades. But you told me you were a non dealing desk. What does that mean? Well, it's sort of like a non dealing desk, right? Anyways, right? I'm not saying FXCM is good or bad. I mean, hey, I've met the CEO for crying out loud, um, in the FXCM offices, right? So, anyways, so I'm just saying you need to do some research and you need to do things. So, like for example, in trade, if you're going to do pluses and minuses in your research analysis, we know for a fact there was a black swan event when the Swiss National Bank put Alpari out of business, basically put FXCM out of business. They had to borrow $500 billion overnight. They just sold daily FX just to pay back some of that loan, right? Right? There was no problems at Traders Way. We're perfectly fine. I said, well, you should probably put out a press release anyways. Just reassure people. People are freaking out and brokers are going out of business and we're absolutely fine. You're like, yeah, well, we're an ECN. The trades are in the interbanking system. The broker's fine, right? So I mean, like, I don't know, just that's real world examples, right? Right. So, anyways, That's that. Do some research and feel comfortable. Test Traders Way out. Right? That's the best way, right? Yeah, I know that. Don't remind you of the SNB stuff, but that is true, though, right? Clearly I'm going to be biased. I'm representing Traders Way, but that is true, right? That is a true statement, right? And I think that's like the ultimate test. Alpari went out of business. Oh, sorry, Alpari, right? FXCM had to be bailed out. Oh, well, sorry, FXCM. I mean, I would be so livid if I was Drew Niv at FXCM and you're running one of the largest or the largest retail forex, company in the world, and you wake up one morning, you go to work, you're like, it's a nice day, and this is a great latte, and you walk in the front door, and they're like, sir, the company's bankrupt. Oh, what the hell happened? Oh, Swiss National Bank lied to us. Oh well, we need 500 million now, like by the end of close, or this company is insolvent. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine that? It wasn't even his fault, but it happened. I think I think I had a $5,000 account with two mini lots on that Euro Swissy, and no more money. Like, holy crap! So that didn't happen to my Traders Way account. So I don't know. That's a fact that actually happened. Right. So, anyways, do your research, man. Give TW a shot. Let's fall in love, baby. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Euro. All right, Euro. Do, 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 do. We're not there yet, are we? The big drop, right? Yes, Richard says TW is good, all capitalized. Thumbs up, man. Appreciate that. Right. But I'm such a realist that you asked me that question, and if I asked me that question, I wouldn't believe my response, right? If you were me and I was you and you were asking me and I would say to you and I wouldn't believe you because I don't know. I think you get it, right? I don't get it, but yeah, yeah. Mark. Yeah. Richard made $58,000 on a $4,000 account and then withdrew $10,000 with no problems. There you go. Right, right from the horse's mouth, right? Cool. There you go. Happy client. All right. So, anyways, I'm looking at this chart. I want to sell it, right? I want to sell it or sell it. First of all, it's euro. I hate euro. Euro sucks. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I'm not a hater. I'm a lover, not a fighter, right? I really don't get. How about that way? The American. I'm working on my American accent, by the way. I don't get it. It's too hard. First of all, it's not hard. It's difficult. My wife loves it when I say that. And it's very. I don't get it. Less for longer doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I see it. I see it. It's only another dumb prediction, so. But I mean, that's 8.5 minutes from now, anyways, right? So, anyways, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like the way you central bank. Um, so I don't get it. I don't like it. I wouldn't want to buy it. So that means I'm at best neutral on the euro, but much more realistically bearish, right? Let's change this template because it's set for different pivots. There we go. All right, so there we are. How would, if I were me, how would I like to end the month of January? Well, first of all, I don't like euro. I don't get it. And I believe, based on, a shot in the dark, hope and prayer on financial flows for yen strength for at least a big chunk of January, maybe all of January. Well, that would take us from M3 to M1, from 124 to 118. Does that sound reasonable? Okay. So that's called a strategy, right? But you can't live on beer alone. I think when I was a kid, there was some sexy picture of a poster of a woman holding glasses of beer and says you can't live on beer alone. So you can't live on strategy alone. Um, what you do now from that is you say, all right, so I need to look for opportunities to sell. Do I sell here? Well, I think on this time frame, which is 4 hours, it could fall all the way down to 121 or 121.50, 122, whatever you want to call it, rally back up to 123, hopefully not 124, and sort of work our way down, right? Now, on a smaller level, there may be more chances, right? So lower low, lower high, sell, right? Didn't work out. Oh well. This is still lower than that, right? Lower low, lower high, sell. Lower low, lower high, sell. And it should keep going, right? Lower low, probably down into this pivot area near 122. And then I would expect a bigger pullback like we had here, right? Because I think a lot of people are going to see a central pivot. So back up to here and then back down to retest. The other thing is it could just go through that and go to this support, which puts us 121.50. Okay, but even then I would expect a bigger pullback, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Uh-oh, but still lower low, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And maybe that's all you do now for the rest of June, the rest of January. But that's how you combine strategy with tactics, right? Well, so right. So James would say my strategy for the month is look for an M3 to M1 move on euro yen because A, I'm bearish on the central banking policy of euro, and B, I'm expecting some sort of financial flow back toward yen. There's no economic reason for it, but there may be a financial reason for it. And so that's what I'm looking to do. And it's just what a miraculous, lucky coincidence, right? That this just happens. We just happen to start The first day at the monthly M3, first day of the year. What an amazing coincidence, huh? Kiwi. Okay. So, are you a bull or bear on the New Zealand dollar? Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl. Do, 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 do. Gene, I'm waiting. Hello. Are you bull or bear on the New Zealand dollar? Billie Jean. All right, bull. All right, great. Let's go take a look. She's just a girl. Do, 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 do. Okay, and are you bull or a bear on the Japanese yen? Hmm, very interesting. So then, here we go. ADP 153. It's not very good. The currency markets are going to move, and then the analysts are going to say, see, it was the ADP report. Interesting. So you haven't decided the Kiwi yen, or the yen. I find that interesting. So this is going to make your trading very difficult, huh? Cool. All right. Well, this is okay, an important thing. If you were a bull, I'm wondering why you didn't buy it at this price in here. Do, 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 do. So, wow. So, how do you set this up? First of all, if you're a bull, it's your job to identify support. But the kid is not the kid is not my son. Uh, uh, uh. So it looks like an 81 or an 80 buy. I think that's going to be really how it is. Well, is there any other support? Yeah, but I'm also talking 3 weeks from now, though, Gene. Hmm. All right, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I totally could be wrong. So I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just thinking through the process. So you're looking to buy at support. Right now I look at 81, seems to be pretty reasonable. The next one is really 80 and a half, 80. So you might as well let it go down to 80 and a half and bounce back up above 81. If you don't have to be the first one in, right? So that's that. Let's see if we can add some other information. Insert indicators, custom, FX bootcamp pivot points. Let's start with weekly. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl. Do, 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 do. Hey, you're in a green zone. On support on a psychological level. So, how does this make you feel, Gene? Yeah, I'm not even looking at dailies. What do you think, Gene? If you were a bull and you were double bottoming in a green zone at 81, you would you would have taken a shot, right? Okay. What's another way of doing this? In the first shot is you buy the double bottom at the double bottom and your stop is close, like within 20 pips. Okay, great. What's your next opportunity as a bull? So again, I'm already assuming you're already in. You're already profitable. Okay. What's the next opportunity? Oh, it's funny. It went daily on me. Sorry. People always told me, be careful what you do. Weekly true. Oh, I see. It just flipped back. False. Okay, let's go back to roll. It's a daily green zone, weekly central. Even better, right? Okay, Gene. So come on, Gene. What's the next opportunity? You have first opportunity is trade the double bottom at the double bottom, is close to the double bottom, right on 0, 0, pull the trigger, stop is close. Now the fact that it's a weekly central pivot and you got a 15-minute oscillation, green, right? Oh, do you just lost it? Yeah, I got a little error. First higher high, yeah. Is that back? Well, no. In this case, Gene must be thinking longer term and is just buying at the daily 21. That's why I started there. It's the daily 21. So if that's your plan, Stan. We're at the daily 21, weekly central pivot point, psychological level, and I can only find two levels of support on here. So one of them is 81, which happens to be a weekly central, which is oversold going into the New York Open. Psychological level, weekly central, daily 21. Like, what more do you need? Right? Okay, great. But that's only one opportunity. The next one would be a higher high. And then what? Either a 1, 2, 3, which predicts a higher high, or a triple bottom, which predicts a different high. Okay. I have 81.34, but if you want to say 25 conservative, that's fine. It's all the same to me. Right? Sure. I get it. I see it. It's fine. It's all the same. Only the names will change every day. I keep trading away. So you know who else is getting in the game of weakening the dollar? See, remember, you're told it's because of the Fed meeting minutes, right? And I'm like, wait, that doesn't explain what the Bank of China is doing. What else is going on? People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking your girls' hearts. Be fine. Then, uh, don't go around breaking your girls' hearts. Do, do, do. Okay, you wait for it. Uh, uh, uh. Hmm. Let's just do scan. Boom. Cool, huh? So the Central Bank of Mexico said at 8:12, so 11 and a half minutes ago, that is the Bank of Mexico right there, selling USD. They did it at 2161.46, so the exact top. What do you think of that? Isn't that cool? Well, let's see if they tell us. I know you guys know this website, Banco de Mexico. Let's see if they say anywhere. Look at this. A walk through the Mexican economy. Oh man, I want to read that. Sweet. Where's their press releases? Publications? No. Maybe? Speeches? No. No. They didn't tweet about it. I can't sit on here too long. If you know where the press releases are, that'd be great. Hmm. I don't know where they put the fresh press releases, but Garcia is the one that said it. Okay, wasn't Karsten's. But anyways, at least we know that's all that matters, right? Oh, they're going to tell us officially later today. Oh, I'm sorry for telling you too early. Maybe I wasn't supposed to. I don't know what you mean by that specifically, Richard, but why don't you email me something specific about what you're trying to learn, and I'll respond. So just Wayne at fxbootcamp.com. Yeah. One of the things I have in mind, in the back of my mind, is if there's like, let's say 8 or 10 very serious traders with real money, I thought maybe we can get together for 1 week in one exotic location. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be super expensive. And you walk in with a track record and you walk out ready to raise money with elevator pitches, documentation, disclosure documents, fact sheets, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, Kareem. Right, you go in a currency trader and you come out a fund manager. All right, job list 235. That's better than the 4 week average, so that's good. Canadian industrial production, not so good. Yeah, totally, Kareem. Does anyone find that a great idea? I mean, you're up there doing your investor presentation, practicing with me. You're pitching me like I'm an investor, and who knows, maybe I'll be an investor. But I'd guess it would be a minimum of 10,000 bucks plus your expenses. So you can't come in and say, I want to be a professional, but I don't have any money. Anyways, yeah, look at them, Oscar Mike. So this is we're watching it right now. That is the Bank of Mexico. They smell blood in the water with the U.S. dollar, and they're coming in and they're crushing it. At 8 o'clock in the morning, they're dumping dollars on the market. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? You're making money, right? You trading this? And of course, most people will tell me they don't trade Mexican peso because the spread is too high, right? Yeah, I love it. I just love that. logic. All right. So let's do something. I don't want to drop a big one on it just because it's not use not necessary. But oh wait, I'm gonna have other trades open. I don't want to do this then. I don't have any demo accounts. All right. Does anyone have a demo account that could volunteer? TradersWay demo account. All right. Okay. Go to USD Mexican peso and drop like I don't know a mini lot. Okay. On USD Mexican peso, drop a mini lot, and then tell me how much money it cost. Okay. It'll actually tell you how much margin was required, right? Was it $100? Was it $500? What was it? For the mini, it was 75 bucks. Yeah, yeah, no, but you're mixing it up. But let me explain this, Patel, all right? Okay, a full lot. Okay. Now take this same trade size, take the same lot size, trade Euro USD, and tell me what that cost. Now the pips are going to be different because the currency valuations are different. The euro and the dollar are not the same as the euro and the Mexican peso. All right, so take the same trade. Okay, take the same trade now, Euro USD. Tell me how much that one cost. Come on, Hojo. Hojo, $70 per lot. Okay. Oh, well, forget the USD Mexican peso then. Forget it. Right? Can't even think of it. Did you see the spread? I mean, now it's funny, isn't it? Like you would throw away an opportunity. And turns out it's only because the Mexican peso is worth significantly less. So therefore it has to come out and spread, but the spread is you're talking pennies now. Oh, well, forget the opportunity to make money. Forget it. I can't afford the extra 4 cents. Can't do it. You had me at $1, but $1.04? Forget it. That's ridiculous. I'd just rather not make money. Do you see the spread on that? So hopefully I opened your eyes. It's not about pip spread. It's about how much a pip is worth. Right? You're arguing like over $1 versus 100 pennies. 100? Oh my God! You want 100 for a bottle of Coke? I could just go buy a Coke for $1 at the store. I'm not going to pay you 100 when I can buy it for one. And you're like, dude, it's 100 pennies. It's the same as $1. Ah, I can't afford it. It's 100 pennies. Right? So, anyways, I've belittled everybody and broken your spirit and confidence. I'm sorry. But that's it. No, I think you can look at it if you want. Now it is an exotic. It is an exotic currency, but in the right circumstances, if it's tradable, it's considerable. Okay. So wait until the statement comes out later today. Then even more people are going to know that the Mexican central bank is intervening, right? And so why would they do this? Yeah, Andrew brings up a great point, huh? I made 1,000 pips on Mexican peso. That's a good day, but it pays you the same as like you made 100 pips on Euro USD. That's right. Mark says a depreciation of the peso. Yes. More specifically, is that's the all-time low. Is that a good time to get involved as a central bank to say, all right, that's just baloney, right? That's as acceptable as a donkey painted with zebra stripes. That is the all-time low. Never, you've never seen this up at 122 before, ever. So, anyways, that's an interesting discussion, at least, right? Maybe you learned something new today. There was a time when I was doing Thai baht yen and easily made 1,000 pips a day. It wasn't worth any money, right? Like I made 1,000 pips. I'm gonna go buy myself a latte, blow the whole wad, right? Yeah, all time low. This is a weekly chart, guys. Time to go to Mexico, don't you stink? Funny thing is, it's still $7 for a Corona. I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm a foreign exchange trader. They just walk away. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you gonna sell the shoulder at 105.50? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the problem with being a currency trader, right? I'm standing at a wine shop and I want to buy some Chateau Neuf de Pop, and it's the same price as last year and the year before. And I'm like, dude, it should be at least 10% cheaper. He's like, that's the distributor. Well, I'm not going to buy your wine because I know you're ripping me off. It's the same wine, but I'm paying in dollars. And that's European. You you got to come down. Hmm. Uh-oh. Our bears or our bulls getting is it Gene? Gene might be getting worried here. Yeah, I see it. Of course. I mean, of course. I see all of this what above and beyond the news. These little news events. I think you can hear my tone of voice. Oh, it's the Fed meeting minutes, and oh, it's this, and oh, it's that, and it's all Nigeria, and oh, like no, it's not. This is what I told you 3 months ago would happen. That's what it is, right? Aha! Gene's not in it. Well, maybe if you're in it, it would have went up. There might be a lot of bulls that just didn't have the guts, right? Can't think it up. Think, think, like Winnie the Pooh, right? Think, think, think. How do I get the honey from the honey pot? Yeah, no. So, anyways, maybe it's there, maybe it's not, but you're right on 81,000,000, right? But again, this is when I said it would go down up here. There's nothing on that chart. And that's the whole thing that I talked about in the interview. I said, if you look at the chart, there's nothing on the chart that'll tell you down. Nothing, right? Nothing on the chart will tell you to go down. Nothing economically will suggest this should go down. But it's going to go down. What a son of a gun that guy is, huh? What a cowboy. Anyways, and then what? I guess we're done anyways. Everything else is about the same. How about Aussie dollar? Just a quickie there. Okay. So we felt that this was an important area in the past. I'm gonna clean this up. Woke up this morning, don't believe what I saw. 100 billion pips. Da, 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 da. So, anyways, that could be interesting, right? For a bear, this would be interesting for a bull. There you go. Cool. So we have non-farm payrolls tomorrow. Number what? 106? Let me see if they got it up yet. Is it 106 or 107? Does anybody know? Guess I got to go to webinars. What do they call it? Live video. 128? No. Oh, I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it is, right? 128th. How funny is that? I'm like 105. No, 128th month. Dang, that sounds like a lot, huh? So here is where you could register for that. The 128th month that I've traded non-farm payrolls live. So you click that link and you could register, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's a 3-hour webinar. Oops. That's neat, huh? 128. Wow. So, hey, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. And I'll see you tomorrow at NFP. Have a wonderful day. You deserve it.